Wow. Wow.
We are now reacting to the K-indie artist Cacophony and 2 songs off of her 2018 Harmony album. First, we'll be reacting to In the End, the 3rd track on the album. Cacophony continues to wrestle with her mother's passing, coming to terms with how her mom lives on in her memories with the lyrics, "I tried to hold you in my arms, but in the end, you are just in my mind. I did endure like grim death, but in the end, you are forever in my mind." This idea succinctly is portrayed via the presence of reverse tape effects. The song is composed and written by Cacophony.
I want to know what these reverse tape effects are. 3, 2, 1. I'm ready. Hell yeah. This is spooky.
That's really cool. Like, she uses her own voice as an extra instrument, and she comes in singing normally.
It's all very light so far.
Yeah, it's like, it sounds kind of far away, which is like, if she's trying to like reach her mom is far away.
Wow, that's like moving a chair.
I think she's opening a door so that her emotions can come in, because the beginning sounds a little superficial. Yeah. Yeah, and it's so chaotic once the emotions come in.
Oh, that's so
Very
good.
tense. Super tense
Like
belt.
when her like voice kind of like cracks a little.
It sounds like a completely different person. Yeah, I really like how she kind of emphasizes all of the. I don't know what singers call it. It's like she emphasizes all of the consonants and then the vowels that aren't quite like perfect.
And now there's like a sound, and there's so much reverb on it, it makes it feel really like spacious, like a creepy castle. And with those twinkly sounds, it sounds like haunted as well.
But that's a boat bass. Can you hear it? Boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I don't hear
like
that
that
often.
harmony.
I like that.
She's so amazing at expressing like exactly how she feels. Like there's no hiding anything. It's all very clear.
Yeah.
Her like transmitting all these feelings to us in such a beautiful, artful way.
Yeah.
Wow. That always gets me. Yeah, it sounds like an augmented chord, even though I don't think there's that middle B flat or A sharp. It's just the way the key signature plays with our brains. Oh.
We're in a
Put on both your headphones. Put on both.
Because it's coming.
Oh my god, that was so cool. That's like minimalist, like aleatoric vibes. That's lit.
That like the
Yeah, it's like a ringtone.
I really like that guitar fall at the end.
Okay, also I love the ending. Like, if you ever listen to like an organ symphony, that's just like, you know, like a bunch of organ solo music, and if you like listen to the last note, and like if you're listening with pretty good headphones, you can just think about like, okay, when is this note actually fading into silence? And you get to just listen to it fade, and you're like, okay, it's done. Wait, no, it's not done. Like, I feel like that ending was like that. I don't know, she just like let the sound die out, like an organ ringing through a church.
It was really good. It was really good. And I was listening really, really hard for all the little details, and I really appreciated, it's a very menacing song, right? It's like harmonic minor, lots of uses of half-step suspensions, like leading tones. It was, yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it. And she's the kind of artist where in some parts I could see the anguish like on her face just through the way she was singing. Like there's one part where her voice would get really like, I don't even know how to describe it. If I'm like speaking in technical terms, like it would get almost more like nasal in color, and there would be like vibrato. It almost sounded like a guitar with the effect that they put on it. And then there were like voice cracks. Like she just like really commits to the art, and I love that about her. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Like it's really fucking good.
I was getting some pansori vibes from her singing. Pansori is a specific kind of Korean folk singing where you will shout and sing over waterfalls until your vocal cords hemorrhage, they bleed. And then when they recover, they form scar tissue, and you get that really like raspy, damaged sound, but that's considered beautiful in that style of singing, that style of culture. And it's only practiced by, I think it's only practiced by women. And that kind of like that really tense pressed shout invokes like pure power of like an raw emotion, yeah. And that's I don't know if she has any inspiration from Pansori, but
I feel like a lot of her music is her taking like emotions, wrapping them around her hand, and then like gut punching you. Like, she's like, "You ready? You're gonna feel this."
That was dark and cool. There was so much that went and came and go during that. Supporting her voice and supporting like her ideas for how to move forward with the song.
Well, I don't know, whenever I listen to her, I'm like,
it's so like, with her, it's like so big picture. Because she's not obvious or like typical with poppy stuff she's doing. So it's not like, oh, here's the climax. It's like, whoa, this soundscape is wild.
But at the same time, she's so specific with the certain types of sounds that she like interrupts the texture or like the I guess like musical flow or like arc with. Like sometimes she like distorts her voice or she changes her voice, and then she also she jumps like between registers in a way where it's like still cohesive, so it sounds like this is right, like a sound sample, and then like it's like in a certain type of style, and then she like immediately interrupts it with her same voice but changed or like altered in a different way.
You know, it's like I was actually thinking about this the whole weekend because I had this I guess this existential crisis with career. Thinking that music is, I'm having a hard time understanding music, even though I listen to it, I understand the chords, I understand how melody works, but then the purpose of music, and I'm thinking, because I was listening to In the End, it just from the very beginning with just a cluster of texture, I just realized the way we listen to these on the headphones, just how it's a surround. It's trying to emulate the surround sound, perhaps. It's like, okay, there's sound in the front, sound in the top, sound in the back, sound in the bottom. And with In the End, it created, I don't know why, it made me realize that it created an effect of a headache for me. Not in the bad sense, it was just like, wow, like, is this what she really thinks in music? And it kind of induced a physical emulation of what she's trying to explain, with pain and suffering and thinking about or mourning about her mother. And I was thinking, yeah, like sometimes I get headaches thinking about people that passed on, and just like, wow, like just throbbing here and there. And then you have these, well, I can't understand any of the rewind tapes. Well, let's just, as it is, it's just like surging thoughts. For me, I thought it was like surging thoughts that are just inescapable and also very difficult to fend off, because your mind is it's very hard to tame, and also all these random thoughts come in here and there. And I thought it encapsulated this feeling of trauma for me, and I really liked it, because it's, in a sense, musicians are trying to you could show others what you're experiencing and how maybe you're flourishing, or perhaps you're in a lot of trouble and you need help, or you're dealing with something. And this form of expression, I guess it revealed a new, understanding of music for me. And I really have to thank Cacophony for that. It's actually pretty interesting.
Comme un poisson dans le ciel. It's like
a fish.
Like a fish in the sky.
In the sky, yeah.
Yes. This song finds her longing for freedom from her current turmoil. The song is written in French, and the lyrics are pleading for escape from her current life. She begs to be reborn in a different situation where she is free to live how she wants.
Maybe it's like, okay, so like, if you think about like, okay, they always talk about the fish in the water and like the birds in the air, so it's like you mix it up and you just like feel mixed up. I don't know. Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, that's fun.
Very Rachmaninoff.
She's always got like a lot of like reverb kind of coming off, and I like it.
What the hell? Oh, what were those sounds?
Ooh, I like how it's changing
These
between
are
the different
such amazing
channels.
sounds. Yeah, panning back and forth
Yeah.
super fast.
Was that a DSE array? That was like a mini DSE array. Bro, in the piano.
Really?
Yeah,
LOL.
like mini.
Listen to how far right panned the hi-hat is.
It's really crisp.
Yeah.
Ooh, even her voice is coming in different channels, in different ears. So you kind of get this like back and forth as if it's not just her singing, it's like
And
several people
changed
singing.
dynamically too, so it sounds close and far away, and then completely different spots now, like just left and right.
Whoa. That was not even a chord. I don't know what that was.
I feel like I can appreciate the text painting more because like I understand some words. Like she was saying different, and her voice kind of like grunged.
Ooh, there's like the really high keys of the piano are playing like a chromatic line, completely out of rhythm. Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Like the offbeats.
It's kind of offbeats.
Wow. Wow. I love that sound. That's so cool.
Whoa, spicy.
That's so good.
Oh, that was like a beat late. That was really cool.
They're like, and
Oh my gosh.
Nuage, that's my name.
ASMR very much. Breathe. Again. It's a human sax. It's her voice, but it sounds like a sax.
I love that. This is a good texture. Yeah. It's like the whole world is just kind of falling slowly.
It pierces through, yet it doesn't draw attention away from everything.
I
Right?
feel like a lot of her backgrounds are like that, where it's like you
Yeah.
can hear them, but they're like not distracting. Although it's like doo 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 doo. It feels like I'm in like a boss battle,
good-
like in a game, and I'm about to
It
die.
does.
Ooh,
Wow.
that ending is like interesting.
That last note was detuned so oddly. Bum bum bum. Yeah, it sounded like that. But it sounded unified. It sounded like she just detuned the entire, like, all of the instruments for that one note.
Her stuff is really cool.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love her music. It's so interesting. It's so smart. It seems so purposeful. Nothing seems too cliche. but she draws on a whole lot of familiar sounds and familiar emotional experiences.
Did you guys like In the End or Fish in the Sky better?
I liked In the End. This one was a lot more vibey.
Yeah.
In the sense that like it's very atmospheric. There didn't seem to be like a big climactic moment of emotional outpour, but I like them for different purposes. You know, I wouldn't listen to them for the same reason.
Yeah.
I think I like Fish in the Sky.
Fish in the Sky. Yeah.
I think it's like experimenting with a lot of different things. I feel like the first one was experimenting with like using the backwards tape, and there were some interesting timbres, but this one was definitely like playing with rhythm and playing with lots of different timbres, lots of different electronic noises.
And that synth sound.
Yeah.
Too. Especially the little break before that last one, it makes it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's brilliant.
I like the texture of this one a lot more because I think that it was like not too much, like not too thick of a texture, but also there was like a lot of things going on. And then also, that was what I was gonna say. In the beginning, very cool effect of the oscillating sound from one ear to the other ear, except then she used that as a tempo, like, and that's where we found like from one ear, and then it like started giving that clear click, and I was like,
yeah, the tempo was really ambiguous at the beginning of this
really
one,
awesome.
Which I always like trying to see where in the song I can figure out what tempo we're gonna be in. I don't know, that was fun.
Don't ask me to pick.
I would say the first one. In the End.
I refuse to pick.
I like the first one better.
I refuse. I mean, yeah, I refuse.
Poisson, poisson,